Everyone is talking about the DTIR for Warzone, but no one is talking about this new meta weapon for Modern Warfare 3. And it is just as good in multiplayer as it is in zombies, as it is in Warzone. I highly suggest that you use it. It's my new personal favorite weapon in Modern Warfare 3. Yes, you heard that right. I'm not trying to hyperbolize this weapon, guys. I was recording and editing this video and I said, don't over exaggerate this. But at the end of the day, this is the funnest weapon in Call of Duty right now. In my opinion, this makes small shipment maps, or any map for that matter, that is objective based, right? So domination, hardpoint, things of that nature. This is the funnest gun to use, bar none. It is so fun to hold angles with this weapon, and the fire rate on this LMG makes it the top LMG in the game, in my opinion. The first game that I played with this, I went 116-12 on shipment. Yes, you are reading that correctly. I did not alter this film. This game was ridiculous. It was so much fun. I have some footage to show you guys in a second, but let's first go through exactly what this weapon is. It is the KASTOV LSW. Now, this is a light machine gun that you're going to find in the battle pass. I'm going to show you how to unlock it in a second without purchasing the battle pass whatsoever. You can unlock it with zero effort, and you can level it up with just a little effort. So let's go over exactly how this weapon works. So this is the meta build that I have set up for you guys. I'll show you it in a second, but I wanted to show you the regular recoil there and show you how easy you can maintain a straight shot with this weapon. Look at this. I'm aiming at the tip of that gun here, no movement whatsoever. It is so easy to manage this weapon, and you're going to see gameplay in a minute that proves what I'm showing you. So before you click off, if you don't believe me, just give me a minute to explain. So this is found in sector 9 of the battle pass, right? So in 14, you're going to find the black cell blueprint for it. If you want to unlock that, you can also get the, the normal one, I presume, in that sector if you don't have black cell. I went ahead and purchased black cell just so I can give you guys all the content. So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to support. Typically these videos on weapons are my least popular, so if you want to support me, like and make sure that you're subscribed, and comment down below what you think of this weapon once you try it out. I love talking to subscribers about stuff. So anyway, if you want to unlock it without buying the battle pass whatsoever, simply have someone drop it in zombies. Now, if you didn't know that, if you extract with a weapon that you don't have unlocked in zombies, you then unlock the base level, so it is completely unlocked. Now, if you don't have any friends to play with, I typically play solo myself, you can join the Call of Duty Discord. You can Google that, it's very easy to find. It's the official Call of Duty Discord, and you can ask people for help. Now, to level up the weapon, make sure that you do the bot lobby glitch. I'm not going to go into that too much because this is not a video on that. Make sure you use and abuse that glitch because it helps with camos, unlocking, leveling up, anything like that. It's the best glitch in the game. So anyway, so I took my black cell blueprint straight into the game because I thought that was a little bit realistic. Yes, it's not the bare bones version of this gun. Why would you guys want to watch film of a bare bones weapon? So anyway, I threw on the black cell, and this is the 116-12 deaths game. This is the 116-12 KD game. This was ridiculous. I can't tell you how much fun I had with a weapon. Look how accurate it is when you jump. I saw this and I said, I have to show my viewers this. It's so ridiculous. I was finding myself just spamming, shooting, and jumping. Look at this. And even though I didn't get those kills, if you utilize this weapon correctly, it's so easy to hold angles, guys. I mean, oh my god, this was so much fun. You can see it's almost hard to talk about because I'm not even gonna cut the film here. This is about 2 minutes of straight film. I don't even know how long this is, and I'm not gonna cut it at all. You guys can watch for it, just the glory of this gameplay that is just ridiculous. It was so much fun to play this, and this is on shipment, mind you. I'm using a light machine gun on shipment. So another thing that I really like about this weapon is that it shoots extremely quickly. The fire rate is so high that it's one of those special LMGs. I put it in the special category. Typically I like slow shooting LMGs because if you are a high accuracy player, right, if you have really good aim, typically those heavy damage guns such as the Kar98K or something like that are better suited for you, right? Because if you can hit your shots, you should be hitting the most damage on the player, right? Aiming for heads, using a sniper rifle, whatever. But this gun, where it shines is the fire rate. The fire rate to the recoil ratio, if you will, it's just so beneficial on your side. It's an overpowered weapon. It's something that I fully expect them to nerf because keep in mind, these are just normal attachments that every player that purchases the black cell is going to have. So every player is going to have an OP overpowered weapon, and it's ridiculous. Now, another thing that I like about it is that it has a fast reload speed. allowing you to get kills like this. I mean, obviously 116 and 12, that's a bit of an enigma as far as typical players gameplay, but you should know that generally speaking, this weapon is great for holding angles, especially things on like domination, hard point, things of that nature. I went ahead and threw on what I consider the meta loadout. So what I do in every single one of my videos, if you're unaware, I go look up the meta loadout and I make a couple of tweaks to it depending on what the weapon is, because they're not always right, and typically they're made for Warzone. So you're gonna find in a minute the zombies gameplay that I show you, the meta build actually affects it in a negative manner, and I'll tell you why in a second. So here we are in multiplayer, obviously, and I have the meta build set up, and there's zero recoil whatsoever. This is what I showed you at the beginning of the video when I was maintaining, you know, the recoil and showing you how accurate it was on the firing range. This is that build, and it is absolutely ridiculous. I'll show you exactly what the attachments are in a second, but as you can see, it just upgrades the experience. The gun is just on a whole nother level. I didn't really expect it to be this good, but it was just absolutely the funnest time that I've had with a weapon in Modern Warfare 3 probably in years, honestly, since the game's release. I mean, the FJX horse, maybe before they nerfed it, was probably comparable to this, but I mean, guys, like this gun, the fire rate is fast, the reload speed is fast, accuracy is good, recoil is not bad. It's just an amazing gun all around, and I fully expect them to nerf this at some point. But let's take this thing into zombies now and prove to you guys that this thing is good across the board. Now, I wanted to make sure that I gave this thing a fighting chance. So obviously I gave it all the bells and whistles except for maybe Deadshot Daiquiri I'm missing here, but I gave it mags a holding, a triple pack-a-punch, as well as a legendary ether tool. So let's head into zombies and see how good this is. I went ahead and threw on my death drop black cell, but what you don't see is I set up that meta build on it. So let me show you the meta build real quick as we're searching for zombies. So like I was saying earlier in the video, the meta build is kind of a combination of the Warzone meta build, which is good for accuracy and damage as well as recoil, but also is kind of a mix for zombies or multiplayer. This is my multiplayer build. The only thing that I would change is the quartermaster suppressor. Make sure you throw something on that does not have a damage drop off or a negative effect on range. So here we are in zombies. I did not take off the quartermaster suppressor, so this thing is not at its peak, but it's very close and you're going to be very impressed. So make sure that you make that change from my build so that you guys don't have that damage drop off. So I took it straight to tier 3 because I didn't want to waste your time. This gun was absolutely blowing it out of the water. I was so excited to use this, and I have to say, in zombies, it is no different. You have 800 bullets in this thing, guys. 800 bullets in your clip with a mags of holding, and if you upgrade this thing all the way and you take it to tier 3, it just melts zombies. Now keep in mind, obviously, with the fire rate and the amount of ammo, it's not going to be the most damage intensive gun in the world, right? It's not going to be like the RAAL, you know, that one where it has a slow fire, heavy bullets, it's a heavy gun, it's hard to move with. This thing I run just as fast as some of the heaviest assault rifles, which is good because keep in mind, you are using an LMG. Sometimes people forget LMGs are supposed to be slow. This thing is not slow. It can destroy mega abomination heads very easily. It can crowd control zombies very well as long as you have those angles. However, you should keep in mind that you are using an LMG, so at the end of the day, you don't have that sprint ability that you do with SMGs. But as far as holding its own in zombies, taking it to tier 3, for example, this thing absolutely holds up. Now, obviously, from a distance with my quartermaster suppressor, I did this recording as an example to you guys, the damage does drop off, and so you don't pop the abomination heads as fast. So here's a pro tip for you guys: use this LMG for close to medium range if you have the quartermaster suppressor. I think regardless long range, this thing is not really suited for that thing, right? It's not really suited for long range because it's a high fire rate gun. You got to remember exactly what they developed this for. Think about what this gun is made for. It's a high fire rate, so clearly it's supposed to be closer than longer. I don't think I've ever heard of a sniper rifle that's automatic, right? So the point is that the damage drop off from a long long range is much greater than short range. And so what I found is, for example, I shot that mangler here. You're going to see the mangler run up to me in a second and see how much different the damage is. Notice how I barely was doing any damage. Now when he comes up to me, I'm able to melt him. I actually was surprised right here because I had shot him from afar and was like, oh, this thing isn't doing that much damage. You know, this has way too much of a drop off. But as soon as he got close, I realized, oh, you just have to shoot up close and it's much more damage intensive. So this is really good for things like Outlast contracts and things of that nature, right? Where all the zombies are converging on you. You can hide around, you know, a single corner of some kind, right? And then just spam shoot it, similar to the Scorcher or a ray gun or something of that nature. So if you guys appreciate this video, make sure you smash that like button. Thank you so much for watching. Most people do not watch these videos, so make sure you comment down below what you think about this weapon, and I'll catch you in the next one.